One of the question from that, because you said it's about finding your understanding, because you said you found your understanding through and in the Rama Kumaris. So are you saying that people have to find their path, their way? Is that what you mean when you say
truth.
that? Their truth.
Their truth.
Okay.
And seekers all over the world are looking for their truth, and people find it in one avenue or another. For me, it's here, and it's the most complete truth that I've found. All my questions are answered. I'm personally transformed, you know, from being full of ego, a little bit sarcastic, quite a bit sarcastic, I might say, to a much more gentle, loving person, because it's back to my true self.
Yes.
And of course, I now can be with people and have no fear. You see, we're very fear-based in the world.
Yes, definitely.
And this is why this rush for commercialism, you know, all that glitters is not gold. And the gold is actually within each one. And if I look at you and look at you with beautiful, kind, clear clarity, loving, peaceful thinking about you, you're going to feel that.
That's right.
You're going to like it, and you'll become more peaceful. But if I think about you in a negative way and say, oh gosh, what a terrible hairstyle, or what a funny necklace, or you're going to feel that, and you're going to feel fear and want to protect yourself. But the more loving and peaceful you can be and put out those vibrations, the more will come back to you, like the boomerang.
And that goes back to energy, because we are all energy.
Matter.
We're all energy. We're all interlinked as well. And you know, a lot of, and I know there's a shift in consciousness in terms of people wanting to, like you said, find their spiritual path or their path in terms of finding their truth. And even this knowledge about energy, we're energy, is something quite new to a lot of people. But once we get to the understanding that, yes, we are energy, and who I am affects who you are, and vice versa, then we can work on ourselves so that everything that's in our world around us is reflective of who we are inside. And that is a reality. So Sister Rosemary, on that note, time has gone very, very fast. Can you leave our listeners with something, another nugget of gold that they can take away with them?
I think when I change, the world changes. And that doesn't mean the world outside there necessarily. It means my own little world, or big world, or whatever. I think to understand that, for me, the nuggets are that I am what I think.
Yes.
My thinking is ultra important. And I can choose what I think.
Yes.
And my relationships will definitely improve if I think kindly and nicely of other people. And I've also brought God into my relationship, because he is the most altruistic. He absolutely wants nothing from me. He is only a benevolent soul. And soul is what I am. Spirit, people call it, spirit, soul, whatever you like. And I think that when I understand that Rosemary is just the physical matter, and that I am eternal, I, the soul, is eternal, and the spirit within is peaceful and loving, naturally. And if I can bring myself back to that, the world is your oyster.
You've got it all. Fantastic.
And I think that I'm practicing walking the talk.
Yes.
And okay, it isn't all hunky-dory, and there are difficult times sometimes, but it's how I overcome those things that is very important.
You know, recently someone said to me, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond to what happens to you, which is really, really key. And I've, like you said, it's a lifelong learning process, and it takes time. And, you know, all of us at some point in time slip off
the track.
And yes, I've slipped off many times this year. Landed quite heavily. But with the awareness that I now have about myself and how I sometimes cause things around me to happen, you know, I take a step back and reflect and observe, like Sister Rosemary said. Well, Sister Rosemary, thank you heaps. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
You know, this lady's always open to any suggestion. If I come knocking on her door, always so welcoming. And I would like to urge you to have a visit, pay a visit to the Qarma website. I'm going to let Sister Rosemary give you the details now.
Well, our greeting of peace is Om Shanti. I am a peaceful soul. And you can check our website here in the UK on www.bkwsu.org/UK. And we have centres all over the country. We have centres all over the world, if you happen to be watching this from another country. And you are most welcome to all our events, which are free. And as I say, check out the website and check in where you want to go. Om Shanti.